Today I'm going to talk about how you get better results in the match 3 puzzle style gameplay in Puzzles and Survival. And there are a number of things that you can actually do without even touching the quality of your heroes, which, by the way, is a very solid way to make things go a little bit easier for you. In fact, working on your heroes is of course something you can do free to play, but if you are spending in Puzzles and Survival, consider checking out the sponsor of today's video, the Amazon Appstore. If you use the link in the description, which will take you to a page that looks like this, you can download Puzzles and Survival and make purchases in-game using Amazon coins. You can buy these Amazon coins at a discount, which means by using the Amazon App Store, you can get your in-game stuff and in-game bundles for cheaper than just buying them outright. As an example, I've gone in several times and purchased $100 worth of in-game currency for only 82 bucks. And what's pretty cool about this is that you can use this currency in not only Puzzles and Survival, but in any of the games that are in the Amazon App Store that support the use of this currency. So by using the link in the description, it will not only support the channel by letting the developers know that I referred you, but also if you download Puzzles and Survival using the Amazon App Store with that link, you can then use Amazon coins to make your purchases, and you can start saving money on the things that you are going to buy in-game. By the way, you can download the Amazon App Store and then Puzzles and Survival using either an Android device, Windows 11, or if you wanted, you could even use an emulator on your PC to download the Amazon App Store, then Puzzles and Survival, and then use your Amazon coins to start saving. Thank you again to the Amazon App Store for sponsoring this video, and I know I personally have been saving a bunch of money using this very simple method. So how do you get better results in the match 3? Yes, putting more levels on your heroes will help. Yes, starring up your hero will help. And yes, when they get high enough level, of course, adding in a nano weapon will go a long way as well. But the things I really want to talk about in this video are a little bit less obvious. They are related to your match 3 gameplay and the approach you actually take. So let's queue up for a match here. We'll go to the arena. We'll go to Hero Duel Survival. We'll hit challenge. And I'm not necessarily going to win every match I queue. I'm just saying that up front. But I want to talk about the strategies. Now, I thought when I started playing this game that my strategy, the one I would often gravitate toward, was to figure out who was the weakest link in their team and to try to take them down. And what I found is that that did not work nearly as well as I would have liked. And there's a couple reasons. First of all, I found that often the tiles would not line up the way that I needed or wanted to get that job done. Second of all, you can't always target the one that you want to target. So for example, if I enter into this matchup, I'm going to bring my team as I've already got it set up. The middle 3 columns all target the middle center character. In other words, you can see I'm tapping on the screen here. These 3 columns all hit the middle center guy, okay? Which means you only have one column to hit the one to the right of them, one column to hit the guy to the left, okay? And the same is true of the one all the way on the left and all the way on the right. So you're more or less locked in to hitting the middle unless you've got some other abilities that really go completely gangbuster targeting specific things. And I have a few of those down here. But what I found to work better than going in with the plan of I'm going to kill this first or avoid that was to instead go with a game plan of my own. And the game plan that I have with this lineup is to take advantage of Myers down here in yellow. So rather than try to do some weird stuff where I focus all my damage on one unit or any of these other strategies, my goal is to just get Myers' ability as fast as I can and then try to combo out using Myers. So let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to go for these yellow tile matches because I just want to power up Myers. He's yellow. I'm going to get this match over here. Once again, I did a lot of damage there. That's not really my game plan. Now, because Myers and he's yellow tiles, I have none of them on the screen. I find myself in this weird situation, very frequently actually, that now I need to go with my backup game plan. And my backup game plan is just to live long enough to make my first game plan work. That's healing, using blue tiles, using Fox. So now I'm just going to try to power up Fox's ability and jam out some blue tiles. I don't even really care where they go. And once again, I'm basically out of yellow and blue tiles, which is why I said it's hard to like think you're going to go in with a clean game plan of like attacking one thing and have no flexibility to that plan. Okay. So I'm still continuing to power up both my yellow hero Myers and Fox. Now I'm in a weird spot of I have like none of these tiles. What do I do? I'm still in this mode of stalling. So I'm going to do a little bit of damage here to the middle. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of clear these green tiles for now. And in these situations, I think here's something really important to think about. If you want to bring as much change as possible to your board, you really want to work from the top of the board rather than the bottom of the board. In other words, if I want to see a lot of tiles move around, change around a lot of possibilities for what could match and where, then you want to get a lot of movement. You get that movement of tiles by doing things that are up near the top. So as an example, I could bring in a ton of new tiles, maybe some yellow matches, maybe, if I clear out all the tiles above the yellow ones over here. So I'm going to swipe this one over and bring in a bunch of new tiles, and I may be able to do something cool here. Now, I'm probably going to need to heal to stay alive long enough to make my game plan work. And I also, by the way, kind of want to pop my Fox heal after I use my Myers ability if I get really greedy here, because Myers gives me a debuff to hit as well. So a part of what's going on here is I know what my own abilities are. This is really important, and what their interactions are. So I think what I want to do is I think I want to go and I can move one tile and maybe power up both Myers and also Fox. That's this tile right over here. We swap that. I can get them both, mostly because I got lucky. But now I'm going to try to combo out and do crazy stuff, okay? So from here, I pop Myers' ability. Boom. From here, I use Fox to clear the debuff on my own heroes here. And now, where do I want to do my big damage? I think I just do it over here because I have so many ways to attack the center guy. I just want to knock him out of the match. So I do my big damage over here. Now, I could pop the red. This is not a grenade. It's the special grenade that hits like everything, okay? All the red tiles get cleared if I hit that. But instead, I'm going to hit this purple tile. And the reason I'm going to hit this purple bomb is that it's actually going to clear that as well, because it destroys the one above it, the one below it, the one to the left, the one to the right. The way that you get these little grenades versus the big grenades is matching 4 of the same color gets you a little grenade, 5 of the same color gets you the clear all of that color grenade. So let's smash this now. That's going to open up a ton of stuff, do a ton of damage, and I killed one of their guys. So now I'm basically snowballing into a win. And it was all off the back of not trying to desperately use my abilities as fast as I could, but to power up the 2 heroes I wanted to combo with as fast as possible. Because from here, now I can do a big debuff, make them all share damage and take a bunch of damage. I can fire off a bunch of damaging abilities. I want to knock out another one of the heroes. Ideally, I knock out another one of their heroes. Can I actually get rid of him? The reason I say that is they're about to heal. She's about to fire off a heal, and I know her ability. And I actually don't think I can get a single tile to hit this dude. But because I use this debuff, actually, over here on this guy, they're all sharing damage. So I think I can hit anywhere, and it's still going to work out okay. So let's try it like this. Yeah, worked out the way I thought it would. Woohoo! Okay, from here, it's just a snowball to a victory. To showcase just a couple more of the concepts as I go here, clearing tiles from the top creates a lot of movement, which opens up a lot of possibilities for even random matches. As I was describing, if you line up 5 tiles in a row, here I can actually do this in a way that's going to be more than 5 tiles, but it gives me that special grenade that's going to clear all of that one type of tile. I could use that right away, but it doesn't seem like that would be very good to do. I've only got a couple of these blue tiles on the board, so instead I'm just going to wait. How do I even want to handle this? If I clear from the top, again, I get more movement. I'm not even doing damage. I don't really care. The way that you take down the 2 healers here is not by just like trying to squeeze in damage every single turn, but to be able to build up to your bursty combo. So a double healer combo is definitely a little bit difficult to deal with. I'm just going to go and accumulate more of what I need. Now I can combo out. So let's go and do that. I'm going to apply. I actually did that in quite a little bit the wrong order. I apply a debuff to the enemy. I'm going to buff myself. I'm going to clear the debuffs off myself and heal. That removes the minus hit chance from Myers, who's in yellow. The reason I say that was a slight misplay is that technically my hero in green here is making it so that I split damage across all my units, but it counts as a debuff, weirdly enough. So Fox clears that off myself. Whatever, doesn't matter. Now I just try and do as much damage as I can. And how do I want to do that? Maybe I will just smash the blue tile at this point. Will that be enough damage? Yeah. I mean, once Myers has activated his ability, it's kind of GG. You can do an absolutely ridiculous amount of damage if you're set up for it. So my recommendation to you, again, to summarize, if you want to win more of the match 3, rather than say, I'm going to go all in on this one thing and I'm going to take it out. Unless you got a lot of heroes that can do single target damage. Okay, maybe you can do that. I found the better strategy is to have a game plan yourself. And you move in on that game plan, you stay alive long enough to execute it, and then boom, you go for it. And if you can kill out a unit really, really quickly, I feel like that works very well. I can take one more battle here. We'll see how this goes. This is a really tough lineup. They actually do have a very weak unit here all the way in the right. So it is possible that because the level is so much lower, I could break my own rule and try to go for that. What I'm first going to do, though, is clear tiles from the top, try to match up as many of these yellow tiles as possible. So let's kick things off here. I'm going to make myself a yellow grenade. I'm into that plan. So I've got myself a yellow grenade now. From here, I have several more yellow matches that I can do, which I'm kind of hyped about. One pattern that I really like to play is to take the yellow pieces that you see kind of on the far right over here. And I like to make the sort of grenade yellow, basically 2 regulars in the grenade. And that gets you, one more tile of goodness out of the deal here. So we smash in with that. My Myers is already charged up. The weird thing is I don't have anybody else charged up yet. So it might even be a little premature to go for it. But I say let's just go for it and see what happens. I'm going to fire this off. I'm in on my game plan. I'm going to use this tile over here to just get a ton of damage in. We get a ton of tile movement. I can do more damage over here. I want to try to focus the damage in on the middle if I can. Did okay. I've set myself up for a grenade with that little stack, which is fine. I want to now kill this target before they heal. So now the race is kind of on to get this done before they heal. I may not make it in time. This is going to be really close, actually. Let's try to get a little more damage clearing from the top tiles if I can. Okay. This is going to be a little dicey. They may get off a heal here. Is there a way for me to do this to get a lot of damage in? If I take this tile and swing it left, I get a double combo. No heal yet. They didn't heal yet. Okay. And now I take out the guy in the middle. And that should be... From here, it should be pretty easy to win. I'm a little low health. So I'm going to need to get in on the plan of actually healing my own units in just a second. So I'm going to try to do that now. I'll be able to do it in just a second. And at this point... Oh, they took one of mine out. Okay, we're actually even. Which... Okay. I mean... they got me pretty good there. They're going to do another heal in a second. That's fine. Now I just need to set up for my next combo. And I really do want to work on this hero all the way on the right. Because she is, like, significantly weaker. But this is just a nice little combo. Too good to avoid. I could try to use my hero in green here. And really go for big damage. But I want to just go... There we go. Get the yellow hero lined up. Okay, now we go for it. Now I want to go for it. One other strategy, by the way, is to wait until the healers have both done their heal. That way you know they're not going to heal again anytime soon. But I think I just combo out there and do tons of damage and call it a day, which seemed to work pretty well. There we go. We took out the guy on the left. Now we swing our way over to the right. And at this point, I mean, it almost doesn't matter what I do. There's not actually a good match here, which is kind of awkward. One thing I'll point out that's a little bit of a mistake is sometimes... I would think like, oh, I'll just like take that yellow piece and put it up here and then I get a match of those 3. But you actually don't need to do that because remember that little grenade is going to take out all the nearby tiles anyways. So I don't actually clear more tiles by doing that. So if I really wanted to move those tiles for some reason, I could just tap the grenade and it would get the same result as switching the tiles around. I guess if I wanted the tiles to be in a different position, that's something I consider. But we'll just knock this guy out over here and bada boom, we're done. In general, I went into this game with the mindset that I would be able to take out teams that are like way more powerful than I am. But I don't think the game is designed for you to be able to do that consistently. At least that was my experience. So instead, I felt like I started to do a lot better when I set a more reasonable expectation for the types of teams I could take out. The randomness in this game makes it with the match 3 that like you got to accept that sometimes like it's just going to be a bad beat. You're going to need a certain thing to show up in the match portion. You're not going to get it. And it is what it is. Hopefully you found this a little bit helpful. If you did, throw a like on here. Consider subscribing. Consider checking out the sponsor, link down below in the description of the video. And also, if you've got any other tips or tricks for the match 3, I'm certainly interested in it. Leave those down below. I've been jamming on this game for a couple months now, so obviously there's still stuff for me to learn. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies.